Today we're going to work through the lesson 14 problem set. And so since we are not in class, I'm going to introduce each problem and then let you finish it on your own. So you can watch the introduction and then pause the video to complete the problem, or you can watch the whole video introduction and then go back and complete the problems. So number 1 says, complete the table of values to find the following. Find the number of cups of sugar needed if for each pie Carrie makes, she uses 3 cups of sugar. So for 1 pie, she uses 3 cups of sugar. Then you're going to go through and you're going to fill out the rest of the table. Once you have this table completed, let's talk about the equation that could represent this relationship. How do I find the number of cups of sugar needed? What would I multiply? I would multiply the number of pies times 3 cups per pie. So my equation would be C equals 3P. Now, the pies go on the x-axis of my graph, which I've already labeled down here, and the pies go on the x-axis. The y, the cups of sugar, goes over here. This is the y-axis. Now, these, I use 2 squares to represent every one, just to spread it out a little bit more than it would be otherwise. And then up the side, each box represents 1, but I'm going to only label every 3. That makes it a little easier to read what I write. And I don't have to label every single box. Okay, now, as a reminder, this in the table, the XY, is also graphed as the point 1, 3. So I go over to 1 and up to 3 and make my dot. And then you're going to make all of your other points on the graph to make a line on the graph for number 1. Okay. The second part of this problem has a double number line. And so we have pies at the top and sugar at the bottom. And again, this is 0 and 0. And then we're just going to number the number of pies. And we're going to go all the way out to the end. So if we have 8 pies, you need to fill in the cups of sugar that you would use for each of those pies to complete that problem. On number 2, write a story context that would be represented by the ratio 1 to 4. So basically, you're going to write out a story problem that for every 1 something, there are 4 of what else? That's going to be your word problem. And then you're going to put the label, the 1, whatever that item is or whatever that measurement is, and the y, what is the measurement for that? And then we're going to have 1 to 4, and we're going to fill in just like that, and you're going to complete the table. Then you're going to graph it on the graph, all of these points on the graph. Again, to write the equation, how would we find y? Whatever y is, how would we find that? I need you to write an equation using a number and the variable x right here. Okay? And those will be all of the problems that you will do for the problem set. When you're done, take a photo or scan your work and upload it to the assignment.